What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Win With Nabs. Today, we're switching things up. No cage, no gloves, just a different kind of fight. My guest is Jenny Hoyos, one of the smartest young creators on YouTube. At only 20, she's built a channel with over 9.4 million subscribers and 3 billion views. She's even turned her strategies into a 6-figure business. She's also recently taken them beyond YouTube, giving a TED Talk and sharing her journey and insights on creating content that connects with millions of people. But what I love most is that she's done it all while staying true to herself and even including her family in her videos. Let's get right into the episode. Thank you so much for coming on to the show today, Jenny. So we were just talking about it. The first thing you noticed when you walked in is that a chess bag. We're going to be using that later.
Okay.
You were playing competitive chess when you were 7. What was that like?
It was really good. It was a bit stressful, but it was fun, and it taught me a lot of good things, a lot of patience. So yeah, I think it was great. I'm so glad that I did that.
And what rating did you reach? Were you good or were you like decent?
I guess I would say I was good. I think I got all the way up to 1,800. That was like my peak.
That's pretty solid. I think the average person is sub 1,000, so I think that's a pretty solid.
Yeah, I think the average person
is rating.
I think the average person is like 300. Like actually, like maybe even 100. You know.
I think it depends on like at what age. I think starting young for chess is pretty solid.
Well, after my first tournament, like I just learned how to move the pieces. I didn't learn any strategy, anything. At 7, I was instantly like 600. So,
That's pretty good. Were you doing like those like puzzle books and all of those different things to keep getting better? Was that like your biggest focus then?
Yeah, I would say tactics on chess.com. But I mean, off the rip, like I said, like I got first place in my first tournament just like a few minutes before like learning how to move the pieces. Just like, I guess it just came natural to me to begin with. Yeah.
And so then when when did you stop? When did you like decide like you didn't want to pursue chess anymore? Because even if you were 1,800 at a really, really young age, you had big potential to go on to be a good chess player.
Yeah, I mean, transparently, I just didn't really like it all that much. I was naturally very talented, but I didn't like studying, like reading the books, doing the lessons. I've always just been a creative, and I felt that it didn't allow me to do that. So I guess I took a break when I just started getting bored of it at around maybe 13. I would say like 12, 13. I would say for sure 13, I was like, okay, yeah, that's it. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's just boring. Like, it got boring, I guess, to me. But where like the last time that I ever played a tournament was when I believe I was 15 years old. I ended up losing, and I like got so mad, and I was like, this doesn't even make money anyway. Like, what's even the point? So much studying. It's like what's the point? I'm just gonna start my like. You can make more money doing your own business.
It's a pretty solid point, especially when you think about the only chess players that make good money are if you're Magnus Carlsen or if you're a chess streamer.
Literally,
like that's the only way. The only way you make money, because if you're one of the top, even if you're top 20, most of those guys don't get sponsorships. And most of those guys, they don't get that much money. It's not very high paying.
Yeah, you have to be an influencer. So then you might as well just be an influencer and get more reach, not playing chess.
So let's talk about that. You started posting when you were 8. What was young Jenny like?
Oh, I mean, very similar to what I am now. I mean, I had a lot of energy. I was obsessive. I posted every single day. And I never cared about what other people thought.
There was never a period of time, because I know I personally experienced this. I used to post like vlogs and dumb little videos on my channel. When I was like 10 or 11, I posted. And then when I was like 13, people would bring it up like, oh, look at this video you did.
Yeah.
And I cared a little bit. Did you ever reach that point, or do you just like, no, I don't care? Which is a pretty good mindset to have.
You know, I just never cared. Like, I guess deep down, like I just knew it was... Like, it's funny because sometimes it's hard for people to believe when they tell themselves like, oh, they're just jealous or it's their own insecurities. But I didn't have to tell myself that, because I already knew that. I knew that, I mean, I was just having fun, and they're not, that they're the boring ones.
And what kinds of content were you making since you were posting every day? That's a pretty consistent upload schedule for an 8-year-old.
It was insane. I just recorded everything. So, I mean, I would do pranks on my family, cooking, a lot of gaming. Gaming was easy to record every day. And then as it got harder, as I was progressing in school and the classes got more difficult, I just vlogged while in school and just recorded my days.
So speaking of school, you were so smart, and we already know that because of your chess genius, but you skipped eighth grade.
Yeah, how do you know that?
I do my research. I know everything. You skipped 8th grade. So what was it like for you when you went into high school earlier? You're posting videos. You're also a chess talent. You have all these different things going on. What was that like for you?
That was like the hardest year ever. Like, I didn't anticipate. I mean, it's like makes sense, but I didn't anticipate skipping a year, like how much that actually was. I didn't realize how much I was actually like skipping. So when I got into high school, for one, I didn't have any friends. So it was like kind of like weird and uncomfortable because everyone like knew each other. But not just that, but also the classes were really difficult because I realized like, I was like, oh, I missed this lesson in math. I don't know what I'm going to do now. And then it was really tough because I missed a lot of lessons that were like foundational, I guess. I didn't think a whole grade would be that important, but it was.
And I think part of what you get from like doing every grade, even when you're smart enough to advance to the next level, it's just, I think the big part is the social aspect because all your friends would be in the grade below you. And you also have another year to mature and become more mature as a person. So I think I definitely would imagine it'd be more difficult for you. So you started finding your own success on YouTube during high school and you were posting pretty consistently. So what was it like balancing the workload of trying to post consistently, making quality content, and obviously keeping grades up?
So I don't think YouTube started working like until I was done with high school, but I was in online college. But yeah, when I was in high school, I wasn't there for too long because of COVID, actually. I left, I basically did 9th grade and like a little bit of 10th, and then COVID happened.
Oh, so you were part of the class that graduated online then, right? Or,
yep, basically.
Yeah. It's a little bit rough.
Yeah, but it was also convenient. I was very happy. Like, I don't know why.
Really?
I don't know. Actually, maybe that's controversial. I was so happy to be able to do online school and like not have to go back to school. Because I was very entrepreneurial. I wanted to have time. And like you said, it's hard to balance everything.
So you had a lot of different hustles. I've seen you done stuff with drop shipping and Shopify. You've done things with crypto. You obviously have your channel and you're very entrepreneurial in that. What's the weirdest endeavor you've ever gotten yourself into?
The weirdest endeavor? Oh, that's a good question. I mean, maybe it's not that weird, but I guess just selling like literally as much as I can around the house. Like, hey, do we need this, by the way? No? Okay, I'll just sell the couch. You know, and then I'll give you commission.
So you were just taking stuff out of mom's closet and just selling it?
Yeah. And then
Actually?
and then I would give them like a 10% commission. Yeah.
So you took something, you sell, and they only got 10%?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but yeah, basically.
Well, that shows that you had the hustle for a long time and you've been in the game for a long time. What do you think is the number one thing that people are missing out on when they post? What do you think is like the biggest secret ingredient, I guess you could say, to making a viral piece of content?
Oh, there's so many things. I think the biggest thing is people don't stand out. Like they do the same thing that everyone else is doing, or they think that people care about your life, but the truth is nobody cares. Like, so you have to make a video where there is there's undeniably no reason why, like, or you have to watch it, basically. Like you can't live the rest of your day. You can't go by the rest of your day without clicking on this video because you saw the title and thumbnail said that you're gonna die if you don't eat this specific food or something, you know? Like that's the key. No one cares about like day in the life of I'm a random person, you know?
So I guess just making it more idea centric and like creating a sense of urgency for the viewer. So it's like you have to watch it. Do you think that's part of it as well? Or
it's definitely urgency, but also uniqueness, because if other people have done that before as well, then why are they going to watch you? Especially, I think the biggest thing is a lot of people say, hey, this famous person did this idea, I'm going to do it too. But if people see those two titles and thumbnails, they're going to watch the person who has the subscribers and the verification mark. They're not going to watch who's this random person. It needs to be something no one has done, which is very difficult, I'm not going to lie. It has to have something that is has that sense of urgency, that curiosity gap, but no one else has done.
So you were dealing with this, and you are still, like, relative to a lot of other creators, very young, right? And obviously you have your bachelor's in finance and you're very entrepreneurial minded. What was it like for you when you started landing sponsors and actually making money from this and realizing this is a full-time career?
Yeah, it was crazy because when I started my channel, I didn't expect it to be a full-time career. I was doing it purely out of fun. Even from a young age, I've always been doing this just for fun. And even with this channel, even though like I was making videos even though I was trying to get views on my videos, it wasn't because I was trying to make it into an income source. It's crazy because I remember vividly like telling myself like, I'm not going to let my YouTube channel be my career because then it's not going to be fun anymore. Then it's going to become a job. But when I started seeing the sponsorships come through and ad revenue come through, I realized, oh my goodness, no, this is the business. This is what my skill set is, and it's what I'm getting paid for.
Also,
so.
I would imagine it's a lot easy. First of all, you already liked it, and now the fact that as a function of doing something that you enjoy, you can make money must make it even I think even better, right?
100%. For some people disagree with that, but I would say so, yeah.
So I think for a lot of creators, there's a constant need to be on YouTube Studio or checking stats or constantly looking at, did this video top my recent performance? How often do you look at your numbers, and do you let it affect how you're going to do the next video, or how do you interpret your data?
Yeah, I think looking at your data is very important, but it could also be very toxic at the same time. So when I first started, I was looking at like every piece of data. Basically what I would do is I would make like a scripting outline, and then it would have the same like format, and then I would make the same video but use different hooks, see what's the highest performing hook by looking at my data. And then I would see, okay, what's the best sentence to say after your hooks, and then after that, and then what's the best payoff, what's the best way to get people to click on whatever you want them or convert to whatever you want. So looking at your data, specifically like your retention graph is the most important. A lot of people say, oh, did you get 60% retention or 90% retention? But like that doesn't tell you what you need to fix. It just tells you your video was good or bad. It doesn't tell you what you need to do next.
And when people stop watching.
Exactly. So I definitely think looking at your data is important, but once you figure out your formula, to be honest, I used to spend hours on YouTube Studio. Now it's probably like 10 minutes a day. Like
really?
Max. Because once you get the formula, you just keep doing it.
You just keep doing it because
you
know what works.
You know what works, exactly. But also, like I said, it could be very toxic. It got to a point where this was really fascinating. Last year, so like, I'm a weirdo. I do like biohacking stuff and like tracking like my
hey, it's fine. We all want to live for a long time. It's fine.
So I looked at the correlate. I wanted to see if there was a correlation between my sleep score on my Oura Ring and my views on my YouTube channel, and it was directly correlated. When you see the graphs, like day by day, whenever I would have more views, my sleep score would be higher, and whenever my views would tank, my sleep score would be much lower. And now like I want to live a long, healthy life, so I don't want external factors like that to, deteriorate my body.
So I actually want to ask you a little bit. What do you do? So you said your growth, life, the word for living, biohacking, blanked. So you said you've been biohacking, and what steps are you taking? I know I think that guy, Brian Johnson, he's been taking all the supplements, all that stuff. So what are you taking?
I'm the opposite of Brian Johnson in a way. It's really interesting. So, but just for context, because I just got to put this out there, I got to flex. So there's a website called Rejuvenation Olympics where people like do their blood works, and then it tells you your biological age. And Brian Johnson's number 1, of course.
Of course.
I'm number 15.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
in
number
the world?
15. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So like I'm a legit biohacker. And similar to Brian Johnson, I use AI and I just test different things to see what works for my body. So what do I do? Oh my goodness, I would be here for like an hour if I said everything I do. I mean, I would just say I'm going to try and say the things in most important order. Sleep is most important. Like I have a strict bedtime, 9 p.m. Like that's it. Like lights are out. I've experimented with things like red light. It kind of helps, but it's not like the biggest impact. For example, taking magnesium at night, that helps, but it's not the biggest impact. The biggest impact is just getting good sleep with low stress, not exercising within 4 hours before going to bed. But then also, exercise. But diet, I think, is most important. Sleep, I would say sleep, diet, and exercise. And with my diet, I'm strict. I haven't gone out to eat in 2 years.
Wow. What do you mostly eat? What do you mostly cook at home?
Yeah, so for breakfast, I have the same food every day, actually. For breakfast...
You don't get bored of it?
No, I love it.
Real? Okay,
no.
So what's the diet plan?
For breakfast, I have half an avocado, and then I smash it with olive oil. So it's healthy fats, which prevents like a blood sugar spike. And then I'll have a boiled egg for protein. Sorry, I have to start step 1. Actually, I forgot to mention. First thing in the morning, I drink bone broth. A glass of bone broth.
It is really good for you.
Organic grass-fed bone broth because it's good for your gut. Then I eat the half an avocado with olive oil and a boiled egg. And then once that's digested, then I can eat the sugars so that I don't have a blood sugar spike. And because I have digestive issues, I usually eat 2 prunes and 1 fig. I wouldn't recommend that for everyone, but it helps like, it has a lot of fiber. So it helps like with, getting your gut moving. So that's what I do for breakfast at 6 a.m. And then at 12 p.m., I have my lunch, and I have ground beef that's mixed with organs and carrots cooked in beef tallow with some cranberry juice and some tomato paste with half an avocado, and then I eat a date afterwards. And then for dinner, I have another boiled egg with half an avocado and then a smoothie or just mixed fruits. So usually that's like strawberries, blueberries, like anything like for antioxidants.
So you've had this every day for 2 years, pretty much.
Not for 2 years. I've been experimenting with different diets.
Oh, okay.
And when I first started, like my speed of aging was like at 0.8 eating the Brian Johnson diet. And then I switched to this like animal-based diet where I eat no carbs, no sugar, just like, just meat and fruits. I also take I'm trying to remember the company. Paul Saladino has a brand of like these supplements that basically like has liver, kidneys, organs. So instead of like just eating it, which I do also eat, you like take it.
I think I've seen the, the pills, right?
Yeah.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. So when I did the Brian Johnson diet, my speed of aging was 0.8 and now it's 0.5.
Wow. So
by eating animals,
0.3,
a significant difference. By back then, when for context, Brian Johnson's vegan.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's pretty surprising for one of the biohacking guys, because I think a lot of what you see, especially with like people doing the carnivore diet and keto, and most of those biohacking diets, at least I've seen, have a big focus on natural foods. It's pretty surprising.
100%. Non-processed foods is everything. But I think the thing that people get wrong, you don't have to eat the same foods every day. I do it because it's easy for me because I want to work. I think the biggest thing that people get mistaken, and I would love to like share this, is every food is healthy. You just have to make it healthy. So it's going to be very difficult for you to name a food that cannot be made healthy. Like ice cream is actually very healthy. Not the ice cream that you get from Cold Stone where they put sugar in it, but if you get raw milk and raw cream and use honey to sweeten it, like that's actually really good. There's a lot of vitamins and nutrients there. So like every food could be made healthy. You just have to make it the right way without seed oils.
It's so funny you talk about seed oils in my house, and my mom jokes about it all the time. I put like a ban on seed oils because like in the past like probably 2 years or so, no seed oils in the house, and whenever we go out, I never eat seed oils. It's either beef tallow, avocado oil, or olive oil. Yeah. Other than that, we don't mess with the seed oil.
I only cook with beef tallow though because it has the highest smoke point versus olive oil has a very low smoke point. So you're killing all the nutrients if you cook it. So all the olive oil I take is just by like drinking it straight because you get most nutrients.
It actually is. It's funny. I went on a school trip to Greece 2 years ago. And we did this like olive oil tasting course or something. And they brought in this elder gentleman who was 104.
Wow.
And he was telling us about like the secret to living. We're like, okay, what's the secret to living? And he said, I drank half a liter of olive oil every single day since I was like 10.
Yeah, olive oil.
And this guy he's in pretty good shape, and he's 104, and he's drank olive oil every day.
Yeah, olive oil is great. I think I could be mistaken because I'm not a doctor, but I study this like all day. I think the biggest thing that olive oil is like best for is because it reduces the blood sugar spikes, and blood sugar spikes is what actually deteriorates our body.
So I wanted to shift gears back to the videos. I think we had a pretty fun little tangent about the biohacking and food. And what I really like about how your videos are is A, they're very wholesome, and B, you always have your family in them. So first off, has your family always been involved in the creation / acting or whatever you want to call it, like being in your videos, or is that something that's just developed naturally as you've been posting?
My family has always like been involved with my YouTube channel ever since I was a kid. They weren't in like all the videos like necessarily, but if I ever did ask them, they would be. But yeah, they were heavily involved. Even to this day, like they're there only when I ask them, and the only when I ask them means I ask them almost every day.
So that's pretty. So what is your family made of? Obviously, you've had this breakout success. I mean, not necessarily breakout because you work so hard for it, but just breakout in the sense that you have over 3 billion views and almost 10 million subscribers on YouTube. What does your family make of all the success? Because it's not a traditional path, but it's been very, very lucrative for you. So what has that been like?
It actually wasn't that difficult. I hear stories from YouTubers saying that it was a struggle to tell their parents what YouTube even is and what this means. But my parents always understood because they're entrepreneurs. So they always understood business. So it was actually wasn't difficult at all.
That's really refreshing to hear. That's good to hear. And since your family is entrepreneurial, do you think that helped guide you when you were getting those first sponsorships and first started to monetize and things like that? Because they already knew what they were doing, so they're able to help guide you into making good choices for your channel and for your business?
For sure, 100%. But I think the biggest thing that I got from it, which is something I would love to tell other people as well, and this is what the billionaires and the people who make a lot of money, not just millionaires, the billionaires do, is that they know how to outsource and they know how to hire the right people. So if you don't know something, consult to someone, purchase an hour of someone's time, or buy some sort of program, or learn how to navigate this. And I think that's the biggest thing, where they encouraged me to, if I want to do this and I'm lacking knowledge, to purchase courses, which I did to learn certain things such as like brand deals, or like just improving my quality and my content, etc.
So I want to ask you actually about outsourcing. How big is your team? Do you have a big team, or how many people do you work with to help you produce your viral content? Or is it just mainly like a one-woman show? Or like, what does that look like?
Yeah, I'm currently in the process of scaling. So right now it's primarily me doing I'm basically doing everything, but my parents do help with like holding the camera or getting supplies, or if we need to make some sort of prop, like, mini engineering projects, I guess you can say. And then I have like a handful of freelance editors. Like literally just last week, I found like 10 really good freelance editors that I've been sending like a bunch of videos to. So that's very refreshing. But for the most part,
you're doing a lot of this stuff on your own.
Yeah, basically is what I'm trying to say.
Wow. I think it's really interesting to hear from, like, I think for the average person, when you think of someone with almost 10 million subscribers and 3 billion views, I think most people, at least my mind immediately thinks like there's a pretty decently sized team. There's a big operation going on, because that's a lot of people. Like, could you imagine 10 million people in one room? First of all, there's no room or even stadium that could fit 10 million people, let alone like 1 million. So like, how is that? I think it's really difficult to sometimes conceptualize how big of an audience that is. It's very impressive that you're doing it almost all by yourself.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, it is crazy, because when I first started, I always anticipated, I never thought I'd get 10 million, but I always anticipated like, or thought like, if someone had 10 million, surely they have like 100 employees to get
right?
there,
You think it's like almost like a big company you're managing. Yeah. So when you were finding some of the success, you mentioned in college, you were doing online school at FIU, and you were also doing YouTube at the same time. Were you ever feeling like you were going to quit one of them? And if you, like, did that ever cross your mind?
Yeah, I mean, when I opened this channel, because this channel has only been open for 4 years, because it's a new channel, because I didn't want the old subscribers. I didn't want to mix it. But anyway, when I first started this channel 4 years ago, I did want to quit like a month or two in, just because I had like severe like stomach issues and I was like in pain all day, and I thought that it would be impossible to make videos, and I need to figure out something that like you don't need to be on camera for, something you can do on the computer and like make money there, like maybe coding. So I did want to quit. But I stuck through, I guess.
You made it through.
Yeah, I made it through.
That's the important part. And you made it through so much that recently, I think it was like 4 or 5 months ago, you shared your story and you gave a TED Talk. So first of all, what is the process like for a 20-year-old? Actually, I think at the time you would have been 19.
I think so. I think I was 19.
What was the process like for a very young person to, first of all, get the opportunity to give a TED Talk and then actually giving it? So what was that like?
Yeah, it's really interesting, because networking is everything. So TED didn't actually reach directly out to me. It was, I worked with so I did a sponsorship for a company, and the company I did a sponsorship with is friends with someone who's friends with someone at TED. And TED was like, oh, we want to do something around social media. Do you happen to know anyone? And then he told his friend, hey, do you know anyone for social media? And he's like, oh, but I have a friend who knows people for social media. Long story short is that's how they found out about me, which is, it's really interesting. It's funny because I feel like everyone is like connected to someone somehow. Like I bet I could figure out, like, I'm like probably 3 connections away from like anyone you could like, or even 5, like from anyone you could think of. You know what I mean? It's really interesting. So that's how I got the opportunity. But as far as the process, it was very tedious. It was like 3 months of planning.
I think it was 4 minutes, right? It was short.
It was 4 minutes.
It was a short TED Talk. So 3 months of planning for that?
Yeah, and I had to do weekly meetings with them. Basically, like we did each meeting just breaking down each process, like the idea, the script, the slides, and practicing constantly, basically.
So do you think that for you so far, that's the biggest success of your career? Or do you look to your subscriber count and view count? What do you use as like the biggest, the pinnacle so far? I mean, obviously you have more mountains to climb, but I think giving a TED Talk it's pretty up there.
Yeah, giving a TED Talk is like top 3 for sure. I will say, but like whenever I meet someone, like if I could only give like 3 words, Jenny Hoyos, 10 million subscribers. Oh wait, that's 5 words. You know what I'm trying to say. Like, I will say like
Jenny 10 mil.
Yeah, Jenny 10 mil. Yeah, I think that's like the key thing for me. Yeah, or even the brands that I've worked with, like saying I've created content for Nickelodeon, for Disney, like the Olympics and the NFL. Like that was also like, whoa.
Those are some pretty cool brand deals that you get to work with them.
Yeah.
And when you were giving the TED Talk, was it scarier for you than filming in front of camera, or even when I was looking at some of your older content? And this is how you see it with most YouTubers, even like Mr. Beast. You see like confidence grow the more someone posts. What was it like for you stepping onto a stage with like obviously like a live audience and giving a speech? What was that like?
Yeah, I was just like in the flow. I don't know. You
trained for 3 months, so
yeah. You know what's really interesting? I don't know if every TED Talk is like this, but they give you a timer in front of you, right? And when you're writing the script, because it has to be word for word. I didn't know it was scripted word for word, and you have to like take note of, okay, so I say that sentence at minute 2:30, and I say this sentence at minute 2:20.
So it's like precise, like on the dot.
It's on the dot, and I remember like because like I had to have the whole thing memorized, and I had it word for word memorized. So I was just saying the words, and they were just coming out. And then I looked at the time, and I was like, "Oh shoot, I'm negative 30. I'm losing the. I think I was saying it way too slow, so I lost 30 seconds." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I guess I just have to skip 3 sentences." And then I just got to the next sentence, and then because I did that, I haven't watched the TED Talk back because I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" When I made that skip, I don't even know if this made sense. I don't even know if I made sense there, but I hope I did.
So I have to ask you, this is something I ask all of my guests. What has been the toughest fight of your life? Obviously, it's a little bit different because I like to frame it as, when I say toughest fight, it doesn't have to be a physical fight or like, oh, like, back when I was in high school, I got into a fight with someone. No, like It could be emotional, mental, it could be to do with your career. What's been your toughest fight? And how did you persevere through that?
I would definitely say it was my health because, I remember having stomach aches every day since I was 6 years old. And it just progressively got worse as I got older, no matter the diets that I changed. I went to doctors every day. It got to a point where I missed, it's funny, when I look at my high school 9th grade, this is probably why I didn't have a lot of friends. When I look at my 9th grade attendances, I missed over 100 classes.
100 days?
100 classes.
100 classes.
So I guess there was, I don't remember, maybe 3 to 6 classes a day.
It depends on the school. Probably, but we'll say like median is 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think it was 4. I think it was 4.
So it's for me it's 4. That's like 25 days of school.
Yeah, it's a lot of classes to miss, and that's probably and I'm complaining about why I was struggling to keep up. So yeah, that was a very tough.
And what ended up being, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but has it gotten better for you? Has like any of the biohacking stuff and the things you're doing with that helped at all with like fixing some of your stomach problems, or what is that like for you now?
Oh my goodness. Like like becoming like healthier overall fixed it by like a lot. You know, it may not make sense, but like it's not even just diet, but also lifestyle choices. Like if you have too much stress, obviously you're gonna be in the stomach ache. And you know when like you get butterflies in your stomach, like it's like the same thing. If you're stressed all the time, the same thing's gonna happen. But also if you get bad sleep, then of course like your muscles aren't gonna work properly to like digest the food.
Everything just snowballs.
Exactly.
And then eventually
it was
collapse.
just like everything, I would say, altogether, but mainly the diet. I think the biggest thing was like just like keeping track of everything that I was eating and seeing what caused pains, what didn't, trying to optimize the amount of fiber I get in. Because, you know, I think there's a statistic, 90% of Americans are fiber deficient.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty, I think obviously for the gut, fiber is really important and for your stomach. So, wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is insane.
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
I'm going to be 25 years old. So that for certain, we know. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Well, I anticipate having a net worth of at least 25 million.
Wow.
I'm not even a millionaire yet, by the way. But I think my net worth will be 25 million, and I'm not 100% sure how I'll get there, but what I think will happen is likely through the brand partnerships that I do, because of everyone that I know and even see online, I do give my all to brand partnerships. Like I create to be able to be recognized by brands because that's what I love doing, to be honest. I feel like there's just something about the struggle of making an engaging ad that excites me.
That's pretty fascinating because I think I would also imagine with some of the brands that you get to work with, we talked about it a little bit earlier. I don't know exactly what the collaboration is, but if you're working with the NFL on something or the Olympics, like those are some really, really cool projects that you get to work on. So the final segment of the show is I'm going to ask you some fun rapid fire questions and we're just going to go back and forth.
Okay, cool.
Best video you've ever made?
Can you cook faster than fast food? That's the hook.
One video you regret or never would make again?
Do live streams count? I did a sleep stream.
You did a sleep stream?
That was the worst.
Oh, gosh.
I did not sleep well at all. So everything I was talking about as far as like getting important sleep, yeah, all of that went through.
That all went through the window. How long ago did you do that?
Like a year ago. And basically, for every 10,000 subscribers I got, there was a disco ball in front of me, on top of me, and the lights would turn on, and there was a speaker next to my ears. It was bad. And then I had text to speech going on throughout the night, all night.
And you probably had people sending like the chats through the text to speech.
Exactly. And people were just sending me messages throughout the night. That was a living nightmare, actually.
I don't know if you've seen like all the memes like about the streamers and like doing sleep streams and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty
bad.
crazy.
I don't know how they do it.
Who's your favorite creator right now?
Ryan Trahan.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a pretty funny guy. Did the penny thing. That's
yeah.
cool.
And right now, what is he? He's raised nearly $6 million in less than 50 days. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen that.
It's insane. He's traveling
really
50
crazy.
states in 50 days. It's insane.
What's the best book or podcast you'd recommend to young entrepreneurs?
Book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Podcast, Diary of a CEO.
Those are both solid recommendations.
Yeah.
If you had to quit YouTube for a year, what would you do instead?
Can I still create content for other people behind the scenes, or like you're saying, like a different industry?
If you couldn't be the front man, if you will, or person in front of the camera, what would you be doing? I guess you could say you could be helping other people make content.
Yeah, I would do consulting. I do consulting on the side, so I would double down, open up my own agency. That's something I thought about. I don't know if I'll ever do it, but like basically hire the team of producers, ideators, editors, and someone pays me. Multiple people pay me $10,000 a month, and I run their whole operation.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the wildest video idea you haven't done yet or won't do?
I really want to do some form of challenge while skydiving, or like do a video around that. But I have like a severe fear of like
Of heights?
of everything that could kill you.
I think that's pretty rational. I think that's like natural human instinct.
Yeah.
Anything that could kill you.
I don't know if I'll ever do that. So maybe for something with a private jet, because at least you don't have to jump. So
I think also private jet. I think that's pretty nice.
yeah, that is cool.
Jenny, thank you so much for coming on to the show today. You've shown us success through hard work. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for coming on to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
We had an awesome time with Jenny Hoyos today. If you guys like this video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe and put something down in the comment section below. And we got to find out who wins in the chess match. Catch you guys in the next one. Alrighty, so right now we're about to play Jenny in speed chess blitz 3-0. Let's see if we get the win today. And always good sportsmanship.
Good luck.
So how confident are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty confident. Okay, interesting. Oh. I haven't played in like 10 years, so
It's fine.
we'll see how this goes.
Yo, if I win, I'm calling out Hikaru. Just want to say that.
Oh, we know him.
Calling out Hikaru.
I met him when I was like, I don't even know, like 10.
Actually, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Things aren't looking good looking for me right now. I'm not going to lie. I may have blundered somewhere along the way. He was distracting me.
It's all about the battle tactics.
Exactly.
You got to confuse your opponent.
Oh.
That's on me.
Well, the good news is he didn't make the right move. At least I don't think, but I could be mistaken.
Who knows?
I think you had a better move.
Maybe I'm throwing intentionally, you know?
Yeah, he's trying to distract me.
Adjust.
I have 1 minute and 30 seconds. He's trying to get fancy.
No, not really. I'm just moving the pieces.
Oh.
I mean, maybe, maybe it's just like that good, subconsciously. Oh, we're making those solid moves, but.
I think he knows how to play, guys. I think he was lying. Oh, no, I know you know how to play, but I think he was underestimating himself.
Maybe. Shout out Mr. Smith. If you know, you know. And Mr. Garcia for teaching me how to play.
Interesting.
For a second, I wasn't sure if I could end passant there. I kind of forgot how that works. It's been so long. Like back when.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
there. I think I could have, maybe. Oh, no, because I think I had to move it up too.
Yeah, it had to be in my side. See, look at that. He's going to distract me.
Yeah. 37.
Yeah, that's bad. And I hate how they have to add the decimal points.
I didn't even notice the decimal points. Oh, it's so funny.
They have to add the decimal points. I knew it. After I made that move, I was like, oops. Well. Oh my goodness. I don't even have time to think anymore. With 20 seconds, I can't even think. I just have to move now.
I don't know if that was the smartest play I could have made.
You know, I don't know if any of my moves have been the best today.
It's fine. We're playing for time now.
Yeah, for real.
Just gotta move now. It's fine. 3 seconds.
Oh, you have a queen. Oh, wait. Okay, guys, not.
No, GG's. Well played. All right, best of 3. We gonna switch sides?
Okay, I guess so.
All right, let's do it.
Guys.
Oh, that was a good clutch. I can't lie. Are you ready?
All
right. Game 2.
So now we want to go fast. You're warmed up.
Oh yeah. Now I know what I'm doing.
Oh, now he does. Now.
Now I know my actual like opening
Just.
sequence.
Wait, this is the wrong way. Sorry, just.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. We're probably gonna go deep into the end game here.
I think so. It's moving pretty fast.
Yeah. Who gave you the name Nabs?
I think my mom. It's just a nickname. Everyone calls me Nabs.
Nice. That's a cool name.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Do you have a nickname?
Nope, I don't. I feel like Jenny is just already an easy name to say, you know?
Right.
Let's see.
I don't like that.
You have no other choice.
I didn't like that. I thought I'd get you with the fork, but I guess not.
No,
You're a
more
little
like a
too.
spoon.
You're too warmed up.
Yeah, I'm warmed
You're
up
not
now.
gonna get caught with that. We have almost equal time. That's fine.
How do we want to do this? How would we like to approach this? This is starting to get a little confusing.
I think so. Just. This is like the chess world championships over here, right?
Exactly.
Same intensity level, I think.
Actually, though, it's for all the marbles and beans, I guess.
All the pieces.
All the pieces, yes. Okay, I don't know. Oh my goodness, we both have like no time. This is concerning. Like, I don't even have time to think anymore. I'm just moving. I don't even know if that's a mistake or not. I hope not. Oh, he's trying to get me good.
We're trying everything.
Oof. I'm running out of time. Okay, let's hope. Let's hope that is good.
Yeah, this works, I think. No. Oh my gosh. See, I can't play skilled opponents. Next time I'm going to have to find another content creator who doesn't actually play chess.
Yeah, that would be a smart idea. Okay, well, if he wants to go there, I'll go there. He didn't want to eat my pawn, so.
I was so focused on the mate that I didn't even think about the free piece. I can't wait till like I review this game and the chess.com rating says that I played like 400 or something. And it's going to be like blunder. Like, have you ever, you know when you play on chess.com and it's so funny. Yeah.
It actually like always makes us look bad.
No.
No, you don't want to trade?
No trade.
No trades? Okay. How about a piece?
Okay. Maybe the trade was optimal. Not gonna lie. All right. Go.
Oh my goodness, he's doing tactics on me. Let's hope that I'm not gonna lose there.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm not sure.
Worst case, I'm just gonna
honestly
force a draw. I think that might be the strat. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm honestly not quite sure if that was a mistake or not.
I don't think this is forced. No, it's not forced. Unlucky. Well, we tried. We tried. Oh, that's dumb.
Queen. This one.
Oh, shoot. I lost on time. GG's. 2-0. We didn't have to make it 3. Good game. Jenny beat me in chess.
You're really good. You're really good.
No, it's fine. We'll run it back. Next time, we're going to run it back.
We'll run it back. Now he's going to do tactics. He's gonna practice.
I'm going to practice a little bit more. 10 years after retiring, Jenny still whooped me. I'm not that surprised, but we'll get her back in the next one. Thank you so much for playing with us.
Thank you.